Hello, everybody. Hello, hello. Welcome to another build stream. Obviously, you can see what we're building today. We're building a Lotus Evija, which I looked up because I've never actually heard of this car before. So I looked up what the actual pronouncement of Evija is Evija, apparently. So we're going to be putting this together. I have something else I'm going to do as well. Also, hello, YouTube. I'm actually trying to be a smart streamer and record this. And hello, webcam over here. It's here so you can see my face and you can see this very colorful hoodie that I bought recently. But also, this is my secondary webcam, so it's not very good. But yeah, let's dig into this, literally and figuratively. This is one of 3 sets I got for Christmas. You know, it's one of those things where I put a few on as options for Christmas, figuring I'd get like one, and I got all 3 that I asked for, which is hilarious to me. I love that LEGO is doing numbered bags now. It is, even for this, which there are only, I'm pretty sure, 2 numbered bags, it's very convenient to, oh, there's our chassis. It's very convenient to have the numbered bags. Oh, all of our hubs. And that's it. A lot of stickers. What we got? 15? Looks like 15. Oh, no, 19 stickers. Keeping me busy. So my headset's a little stuck on things. I'm not usually this far over. Or this far back, for that matter. There's a, as you can tell, a rather large table here. So, let's see. Yeah, also you can just get instructions on the LEGO app. Because of the way this is, I'm going to have to try to build a little further forward than I normally do. Let's see. There should be good. Y'all can see the instructions at least. I guess in theory, if you also had this set, you could follow along. Trying to... Oh, I need this. I'm sure this is, you know, real step 1 after we build our Lego man. And I'm not someone, if you've never been to one of these build streams or build videos, like rewatching the VOD, I'm not someone who like knolls everything out. I just kind of leave it in a pile. If I'm rebuilding something, like the Creator 3-in-1, if I'm rebuilding something, I'll knoll it out. But typically I do not. Well, at least we've got the body. I haven't found the head yet. It might be one of these bags. Oh, no, here's the head. One face. I've noticed some of these, and some minifigures will have a second face to go along. Also, this is a webcam, so there's no way it's going to actually focus on our Lego man here, but very least we have his helmet on. We'll have a visor for its helmet later. He also has hair. Somewhere in here. Somewhere in here, hair exists. I'm just gonna spread this out a bit. Oh, here are the visors in this small bag. Put this one over here. Yep, there's his hair. There is his visors. Also, I forgot to grab a pry tool. Probably slide over and do that real quick. So there he is with hair. But especially since this is actually like the real car is an electric hyper car, we'll go with helmet. So he can sit in here with his helmet. He also, you know, knowing nothing about the car, didn't realize it was actually an electric car until I watched a video on YouTube about it for his actual reveal. Yeah, like I said, I don't think there's any degree of putting my hand behind the camera to have it focus only on my hand. You know, that'll make it actually decide the focal point is here. So noticing it's not, you know, occasionally being strange on frame rate. Also, if you don't have one of these, if you don't have, I've never gotten a Lego set big enough for one of these. One way or another, get your hands on one. If you're doing Lego. And I can barely see me on camera now. I'm trying to dig something out of a little jar of pencils and pens and assorted nonsense. I got the teal one. If you're building Lego, your best friend, this right here. This is actually a pry tool. So say I put that piece in there. I can't get to that now because I don't have nails currently. I can't get a hold of that piece. But I can take this piece, put it on here, and it's right off. Or even, you know, if I had an axle stuck in one of these and realized I put it in the wrong hole. This has a little axle tool. I can just push that right out. So this is any set that comes with one of these are totally worth it. Don't lose these. Don't lose these pry tools. Gone are the days where you had to take like another piece and wedge the first one off of there if you have one of these. That is one of the biggest pieces of advice, because you can, you know, you can buy them. This Lego usually has, actually, I'm going to lay him down so you can see that's the minifig. You can buy, they're all way closer than I want them to be. That's fine. We just have a pile of small parts. You can buy Lego pet parts separate. Genuinely, if you're looking to get into Lego as like a casual thing, make sure you get a separator. I'm not sure if it's officially called a separator, but get a separator. So I'm noticing, I'm assuming this is going to be a spoiler or something, but that's literally a snowboard. That is a Lego snowboard. This piece is a snowboard. Funny. Let's make sure I'm alive. Let's make sure, you know, OBS didn't do anything funky. It says I'm live. Okay. All right. Let's make sure, you know, nothing weird happened on OBS's end. Let's see. So, yep, sure enough, that's our first piece. And then I need one of these. I'm gonna go under here with. Well, I'm used to the camera being a little more like towards me. There we go. I actually don't think I did any good. I think it fell back to the same spot. Two of these. So it looks like we're going to actually put axles facing out. I think this is actually the back, I believe. I'll put in all our axles for the tires, which we will not be putting in for a while. Oh. Wait. Oh, I have this one forward. I've already screwed something up. That should be there. And similar with this one. And then each one of these gets an axle. So whenever they have these with axle holes, if that's not what they're for, but strange. Maybe it's something I need later that does need the axles. I don't know. Say also something I didn't mention. This is actually my last stream of 2022 because, you know, after this, I'm not streaming tomorrow, and then, you know, Saturday is New Year's Eve. So if there's anyone out there who would like to get one last donation in for Extra Life, I would super appreciate it. I have no further goals this year. If you just want to make the number go higher, cool. I assure you, one of the first things I'm going to do on Sunday is going to be to sign up again. We'll get our new link. We'll get our social stuff updated. We'll have a temporary link until they release the hold on Mr. TL Wolf for custom links on Extra Life. There's always like a bit of a hold. Also, this piece is hiding from me. there's always a bit of a hold after after a year goes by on like new names on Extra Life, so there will be a bit of a delay, but I'll be sure to get Mr. Teal Wolf as my donation name as soon as I can. But the widget that lives below the stream will be updated on January 1st if I can. If not, as soon as possible. I'll have a new link for you with a new number as soon as I can, I'll try to be on top of it as much as possible. So we are still quietly building out the back while I chat and just ramble. Because what is streaming if not just sitting and rambling to yourself while doing things? So yeah, technically speaking, and I personally put a big asterisk on this, but technically speaking, this will be my 10th year doing Extra Life, and it's technically because the first year I did it, I accidentally signed up, essentially. I was trying to donate, and I couldn't figure out how to donate, and I accidentally signed up to join, to actually raise money. I didn't realize I had done that until it was too late. So I didn't actually raise any money the first year I did Extra Life because I didn't know I was raising money. But if you look at my page, it will say right now 9 months, and in 2 days is going to, or 9 years rather, and in 2 days is going to say 10 years. So technically I've been doing this for 10 years. And yeah, I mean, at this point, if we can get 1,000, or at the very least, we can get 500 next year. I don't automatically presume we're going to get 1,000 art. We're building out a shelf, which is interesting. Like there's some panel gap there that I didn't expect. So I kind of want to the second screen. And if I want to mess with like colors, or I was trying to look around my camera to find the arrow so I can get to my camera settings. There we go. Less contrasty maybe for now. Maybe a little brighter. Maybe a little more saturated just to help things pop a bit more. Teeny tiny micro changes to the colors. Oh, so y'all can see what's happening. We're on step 8. These are pretty quick if you've never been here for the for these builds. Also, I'm immediately hiding that gap that I left. But yeah, if we can get at least 5,000 or 500 rather. If I get 5,000, that'd be amazing. I'd be close to getting that challenge coin. But if we get 500 next year, at least, like the bar is at 500, obviously, that will mean that half of my campaigns, including the year I didn't actually fundraise, half of my campaigns will have resulted in a medal, which would be fantastic, which would be amazing. And I would not know how to react to that because there was, especially early on, when, a success was like $100, $200, like getting the shirt was a success. The fact that, I'm now essentially at this point regularly getting $1,000 because this is now, y'all helped me raise enough for my 4th medal overall. 3rd gold is wild. It's wild to me knowing those early days where I wasn't, streaming all the time and I wasn't, I guess putting as much effort and, obviously game days, thus far, Game Days has not raised money for BBCH, so I haven't had that bump either. And the fact that we went from, I'll make a little bit, and that's good, to, you know, dang, I'm meddling every year is wild to me. And I am forever grateful for everyone who helps out, who donates, who decides to spend some time here. I appreciate all of y'all. I cannot say enough how much I appreciate everybody who comes and hangs out with me and watches me do things like this. Okay. So we're just having a trust the process moment of like, interesting that this is what they want. So build it correctly. There we go. No, that's just enough to like bridge the gap. Also, I totally put that too close. I apologize. But that piece kind of like bridged the gap. This is where we're at so far. We're building up that back end, including the stripe. Although the blue is interesting that there's just a stripe of blue there. I'm sure it'll make sense when everything is together, but it's interesting to me that there's a visible stripe of blue. Maybe that's the license plate. Okay. Oh, and also we have a grill piece that needs to go on. Think about what we did this year over here. Well, over on Game Days, we got to... One of the fun things we got to do was actually... I streamed King's Quest 4 for a charity, actually, for Breast Cancer Research Foundation, which was fantastic. We got to play Arcade Spirits early. We played through the whole thing, Arcade Spirits and New Challengers. You know, we had our fun. We played a bunch of games. We played Unpacking, if I recall correctly. We played Paparazzi, which was fun, but honestly a little nauseating. Like, I distinctly remember there was something about the way you moved in Paparazzi that just didn't agree with me, or like the camera frame rate, or there was just something I remember about Paparazzi. I was like, I can play this a little bit. I cannot play this a lot. We finished, we had to cheat, but we finished, we're back at Dinosaur Story. We got started on Super Metroid Randomizer, or Super Metroid and Link to the Past Randomizers. We played Gold Rush for the first time. That was a blast, honestly. Like, I had a lot of fun with Gold Rush, even if it's a unusual game. And then we're... Sadly, I'm sure I could have gotten it done had I just done King's Quest 8 by itself. I'm sure that I could have finished it by the new year, but I thought, you know, let's up the ante and let's do all of them if I can get that goal. So we did. But it also means just between the holidays and stuff, I just did not have time, honestly, to get everything, or to get all the games done, to have played Mask of Eternity before the end of the year, sadly. Or for that matter, King's Quest 3. That will be Monday or Tuesday next week is my guess. Also, we've applied our stickers. My sticker placement's probably not perfect, but I'm not good at doing them perfect. All right, this goes actually under. That's kind of tail lights and stuff for like very low on the car, actually. All right, this way. I forgot one thing is the camera is upside down to where you might like the normal camera image would be there. But I flipped it upside down so it looks more natural, because I've seen like I've noticed some of my earlier videos I didn't do that, and as a result it looks a little funny. You know, that I'm reaching through the top, everything's upside down, and I'm trying to compensate, but it's not easy. It's a strange thing to get used to, and it's the thing I've been actively trying to avoid in streams, you know, since. Trying to remember what else we did this year. If you had any highlights, let me know. We got to stream with OSAS a couple times this year. Play some Sea of Thieves, which I got completely hooked on this year. It is not one of my streams, by the way, if I don't drop a piece on the floor. I will inevitably drop a Lego on the floor and then have to scramble to go get it. Also, if anyone's wondering about the weird camera angle on the face cam, I'm trying to, you know, my rig is so far over to this side of the table, but this side is also Joe's closet, and I try not to, you know, necessarily broadcast what Joe's closet looks like. Not that there's like anything wrong with it. It's just, you know, I don't need to show someone else's clothes on camera, so I try my best not to. That's courteous. And then, but also personal life. Obviously, Joe and I are now making our grand plans to visit Portland, Oregon, which may someday mean we move to Portland, Oregon. That is our hope and our dream, but when that might actually happen is definitely a mystery. So it's something we're keeping our eyes on as we build taillights onto the car. It's definitely something we have our eyes on, but it's not something in our like immediate future. So we'll see. Also, yeah, we have more built out taillights now. I still don't know what that blue is for. Another built thing in our hand and then put it onto the model thing. Where are you? Pardon me. Also, there's a part of me that kind of wants to do, and I mentioned this in the game day, if you weren't here from the, you know, my perspective of the GTA game day, there's a part of me that if people wanted to play along, because I don't want to do it solo if I don't have to, but would love to just do a PvP game day of, let's just hang out for a few hours, we'll go into PvP. If we lose, we lose, but, you know, we're going into it knowing what we're getting into. Zoe Line Razrose, if I got any of that wrong, I apologize, but welcome in. Got, more building up the rear here. Oh, and there goes that, there goes that blue piece. It has just been hidden. That blue piece I've been curious about, it's gone. It took this long for me to finally bury that piece. Game-wise, I don't know exactly what the future's going to hold. Oh, Zoe. Oh, Zolene. Sorry. Zolene Razrose. Or just Zoe. Okay, thank you so much. If I'm ever mispronouncing your name, I apologize. It is never intentional. Appreciate the correction. How are you doing today? We're building a Lego Lotus. And I'm trying to find this other, there it is. This other bench-like piece so I can, what this next? A lot of people get it wrong, yeah. It can be tough. You're just reading it real quick and trying to make your best educated guess. Also, this is wrong. Seeing if things that are wrong. And I don't have nails, so I can't get a hold of this, so our pry bar to the rescue. I'll put that where it's supposed to be. And again on the other side. There we go. The best tool for building Lego is that little pry bar. Get out of the way though. Let me see. Some of these pieces I'm just having a hard time finding, particularly these like pyramid-y pieces. Hope you're doing well. Hope you're ready for the new year. There's a gray pyramid piece, but I need a green one. Where are you? This is one of them, so it's not like I put that in the wrong place. Oh, here it is. I'm not ready at all. Fair. All right, and we have a new sticker. This is sticker number 6, which is just the Lotus name. Wait, where's this going? Okay, so... Wait. So as I'm looking at it, it goes right side up. There we go. We got our sticker, which will not focus. Anything I hold up close to the camera will not focus. I'm so confused. I'm going to put it on this way, and now it's upside down. Oh, because I put the sticker on upside down. I was looking at it backwards. You got me reminiscing about the year and kind of starting to look ahead, because it is, along with everything else, it is my 10th year doing Extra Life. I don't have anything currently planned. Okay, so it's in here, so it says Lotus kind of inside the car, which is a little hard to see, but yeah, it is at such an oblique angle. Oh, because I have it wrong. Oh, so I had it right the first time. As I was thinking, I put it in the wrong way. I'm destroying this sticker slowly but surely. There are definitely stickers in my collection that are extra wrinkly. There we go. That's the way it should look. So you see the Lotus word mark inside in this little cavernous section. What is Extra Life? Glad you asked. Extra Life is a charity. It is a branch of the Children's Miracle Network that works directly with local children's hospitals, specifically for like gamers or streamers to raise money to help out their own communities. I'm helping out the Barbara Bush Children's Hospital of Portland, Maine, as you can kind of see in the big crawl going across the taskbar of our stream here. This year we're at $1,000. We had a bunch of goals. I'm gonna pop up real quick and chat about for a bit. I do have videos of all of these things as they happened. My goal last year, my final like stretch goal last year. I realize why I look strange to me. I don't have my usual glasses on. We're back at Dinosaur Story on Super Nintendo, which is a very not good platforming game. We got that done. We had to do some level cheats and a little rewinding to finish it, but we got it done. We did a Super Metroid and Link to the Past randomizer. We played Gold Rush by Sierra Online, and we're currently in the middle of playing all the King's Quest games from 1 to 8, because I've never actually played 8, despite the Sierra tattoo that is on my arm. I'll show you when we zoom back to the other screen. Just because it's hard to get working on modern systems, but I got it. I have it working, I can confirm. Also, it's not the same kind of game, like, at all to the first 7 King's Quest games, so I thought it'd be fun if we could hit that to play all the King's Quest games before that, to go, this is what the series was like, and then this game happened. Yeah, a quick drink of water as well. Okay. Yeah, also, if you've never seen me before, I do have the mountain from Sierra Online tattooed on my arm, because these were the games I played growing up. Were Sierra games: King's Quest, Space Quest, Police Quest, User Larry, Jones of the Fast Lane. Like, I played a lot of these games, and so I was like, first tattoo. This symbol has meant so much to my childhood that usually they say don't tattoo a brand on you, but it's like it meant so much to me as a kid that was kind of a no-brainer. And also not a problem. I actually have reached all of my goals this year. My final goal was Mask of Eternity. And it was one of those, we hit it so late in the year that it was like, I can't commit to the streaming enough to like add a 1250 goal, add a 1500 goal. You know, I hate to sound like a pessimist, but by saying that, but it was just like, I know my limits. I know what I can and cannot get done, and I'm perfectly okay leaving it with succeeding where we succeeded, and just like taking those wins in the next year, essentially. So don't have to worry about if you can't donate. I appreciate you hanging out all the same. We will start a brand new campaign on, well, technically it'll start on Sunday because Sunday is January 1st, but campaigns run for the entire year. Some people only donate on Extra Life Game Day, which is generally, I think, first weekend in November, which also means it's generally American Daylight Savings Time. So it's like, stream for 24 hours. Just kidding, 25. So I think that's our whole back end done, unless they're going to add a spoiler, or at least it's a big chunk of the back end done. So it looks like we're actually flipping it around. Well, yeah, flipping around now. Need some L's. Here's an L. There's another L. There we go. Oh, and we also need this. Probably like the spot between the seats. So yeah, another one will be starting in like 2 days. That will technically be my 10th year of doing Extra Life. I don't have anything planned, no confetti, no. I don't even know what my stretch goals are going to be yet. I will come up with something, but I also in my Discord will be asking if there are games that maybe I've missed or that you'd like to see as a stretch goal, things like that. If people have ideas, I am open to them. I'm not someone who's just going to play bad games for the sake of playing bad games. It has to be, hey, Lemon. It has to be like, I need an attachment to it of some kind. Like, if someone's going to suggest like Drake of the 99 Dragons, it's like, I know it's bad. I know it's not fun. And therefore it's not going to be fun for me to play. But Codename Iceman, a game that I bought with my own money once upon a time, that is also terrible. That was fun. In a man, this game is terrible kind of way. So it has to be something like that. Oh, sorry. Oh, I see. I missed capping these with more pieces. Some of them looked wrong, and I was correct in that they were wrong. Yeah. You kind of got an idea of either something I'm like super excited for, but but I can hold off until I get enough donations, or something that is not good enough, is bad enough to play without just being bad for the sake of being bad. Like The Room, the Flash game, I'm not going to do because I've never seen The Room. I have no attachment to it. And honestly, like, with The Room, the game, I have no attachment to, like, trash cinema like that. I'm not really... I watch a lot of movies anyway. I especially don't watch a lot of just bad movies. A lot, you know, I don't watch Samurai Cop or The Room or, you know, stuff that just is bad and you watch just to laugh at it being bad. It's just like not my jam. But again, King's Quest 8 is the end of a series I played when I was a very little kid. And so seeing what was at the time the end of that series finally after decades would be cool. Like, that is my idea of fun. Oh, so this must be engine-y things. Now they're building it out. So the engine must sit right behind the drivers. There's a rear engine car. Okay. All right. So if I have this, I think this way. I need the companion to this. We're in so many of these pieces. There we go. These pieces that have like a diagonal on the end. There have been so many of these. They kind of make a little heart or a little like chevron if you put them together. So many of those. Oh, we finally know what these are for. What is this? Hold on. That's attach rate, right? Yeah. Sorry, I'm just briefly confused as what this is connecting to. As if this connects there. Wait, do I have the wrong ones in the wrong spots? I'm actually confused right now. Let's build the other one. Okay. So I'm holding it. No, this isn't the wrong one. Okay. So hold it so this is down, the fluted part goes where the connector is, and then that's on the bottom. Yep, okay, I had it built wrong. Fair enough. All right. So sometimes I screwed up, and I have to fix it, which is totally fine. Nothing wrong with getting it a little wrong, and then fixing the mistake. There we go. And a little more curve to the sides and build out the engine block a bit. Thank you for that follow so much, Zoe. Flight designing soon. Okay. Hope you had a good flight. I'm glad I could entertain for a little bit. I have a flight coming up in a couple of months. My goodness. It is coming up so, like, it's still like a month and a half away. You know, it's like 40 something, maybe 50 something days away, but if it's starting to feel like it's coming right up. And it's, if you're not aware, if I didn't mention this before, or you know, Zoe has never heard my stories before, I'm going to Portland, and we're close to the midway point, I think, because I'm starting to see the staples. I return around to pieces. But it is the first time I've been on a flight, period, in a long time. Like, it's the first time I've been on a flight in 25 years. All right, so this goes back here. And then, oh, we actually only have one seat, it looks like. Maybe not. Maybe I'm wrong. Just because, like, you know, the only places I've been besides, you know, around my hometown of Maine has been like Boston or south of Boston. Like I've been fairly south in what is this? Sorry, just noticed a notification, and it's just Joe asking when I'm off for dinner, which I don't know. I'll let her know when I can. But yeah, 1997 I went to Florida, and then I just haven't left New England since then. So this is going to be my first time on a commercial airliner since 97. And because we could afford to do so, oh yeah, a bunch of stickers now all of a sudden. We have a step that is nothing but put on stickers. So make sure we're facing the same way. Sticker 4. Wait. Oh, that's interesting. It's also just the first time we've taken a real vacation in forever. I feel like ever. Because, again, if we went to Boston, the longest we were gone was a weekend. Which is, like, not bad, but not amazing either. Alright, so those are on, and then the home plate pieces get 9 and 8. 9 goes on one that's further away from me. So the black parts of the diamond are facing inward. Yeah, my sticker work is probably not perfect, but that's fine. Haven't figured out what we're gonna do yet in Portland, but it's exciting, and because we can afford to do so, which I'm pretty sure I started this thought and then got distracted by stickers. We're going first class just because we asked people, like, what's the best airline for comfort? Because we're bigger people. And we were told JetBlue. And then we tried to get JetBlue, and it turns out they don't service Portland or Boston to Portland, Oregon at all. Like, there is no combination of flights we could take. Also, now how the stickers are aligned makes sense because they would have been cut off by this anyway, so the stickers just don't extend past it. Well done. Cleverly done. Appreciate it. And this is actually the midpoint. Oh, yep, and like I thought, this is a spoiler. Literally and figuratively, this is a spoiler. Let me just put right here. So that is the back end of our Lotus completely done. That's what the back is looking like. What's it looking like from the top. But then we've got all of this front to do. It's a little silly right now. It looks like someone stripped it for parts, but didn't get to the engine before they were caught. So we're going to sweep all this to the side because I don't think I'm going to need any of this stuff. Bring this down here. We can open the rest of these bags. Because I'm pretty sure there are bags in this bag. There sure are. Separate that out. Not a lot of pieces, actually. Like, a lot of them must be smaller pieces. We got our tires. Those are separate. Immediately knock them over. But yeah, actually getting a vacation, actually taking some time for us and just getting away for a while is great. Also, I wonder, looks like the spokier ones. Yeah, it kind of looks like the little picture they have of the real car. It looks like the spokier, spokier tires are the ones that, are the real tires. Also, I see the headlight piece are actually printed, which is nice. All right. Hubs. We actually have two different types of hubs we can use. There's a little trash box. So we can get this last bit of plastic in as soon as I empty this out. Yeah, there's not a lot of pieces to this second bit. I feel like the second one is going to go quick. We'll see. Yeah. Let's put that on. We open the second bag. And yeah, now we're working at the front. Oh, before I do this, I need a black, I think. Oh, there's... I missed putting this on like a while ago, or is this supposed to be one further back? Oh, it's actually supposed to be one further back. But yeah, I'm kind of excited to fly. I'm a little... There's part of me that's nervous just about navigating airports. Just it's been, you know, I was a kid when I had to navigate, you know, help like navigate airports. So I was not in charge of that. That was, you know, my grandparents did that. And also that Florida trip was, the grandparents that didn't like Disney. So we didn't do Disney. We did Gatorland. We did, I need this because it's sticker time again. We did Gatorland. We did Ripley's Believe It or Not. And we did SeaWorld, which is like, as a kid, they were neat, but there wasn't like, besides watching and, you know, watching the animals, there wasn't like a lot to do at SeaWorld. I think the only ride, at least at the time, was just an observation tower. And we didn't even do it because my grandmother doesn't like heights. And there's no rides at Ripley's, there's no rides at Gatorland. It was just, we went to Florida, we looked at a bunch of animals, and we looked at some exhibits. We played mini golf, or I'm sorry, we might have mini golfed. I think we did mini golf once, we bowled once. I had to go to church once, because these were the Catholic grandparents. At one point we saw extended family in Tampa. That was it. That was my Florida experience. Definitely would have done it different if it was now, but also now, Florida's kind of well, policies in Florida are garbage, and my personal politics are very different to where I don't want to go to Florida, even honestly for Extra Life United. Even ELU was just like, no, I don't want to do that. I don't want to go to Florida. So yeah, if people are hanging out in chat and they know Portland, Oregon, and there's stuff we need to do, let me know. And before someone says it, no, we're not going to Voodoo Donut. We will find better donuts elsewhere while we're in Portland. But I'm not interested in Voodoo. I'm not interested in being that level of tourist. I am interested in going to In-N-Out. That is something I really want to do while we're there. And I think we have to travel south a bit to get to the closest In-N-Out. I really want to do In-N-Out, just, if nothing else, so we said we did, and to see if it's this amazing burger like everyone says it is. Because everyone says that In-N-Out is amazing, and I'm very curious, like how much better In-N-Out is than, say, Five Guys. And I would love, another thing I'd love to be able to do is take a day where Joe and I could go to the coast. And there's a part of me that wants to literally just dip my feet into the ocean, and just my feet, because it's going to be February. So jumping into the ocean is a foolish idea, but dipping my, taking off my socks and shoes, bringing like a small towel and just dipping my feet in to say that I have had my feet in the ocean on the Atlantic and the Pacific. I want to do it. Yeah, this half is going to go a lot quicker, I think. Although with my yammering, this has gone a little longer than some of our other car builds. just knowing, you know, recording time. It's, oh, 50 minutes. It's gonna be a little long, but not terribly long. Longer will be some of the other Lego builds, which I will show you later. Maybe. I'm realizing I don't have easy access to them. A lot of these pieces that are, you know, have this little line to them, because there's all of them to make this line here. And I think there are a bunch here, like a lot of those pieces. Interesting. Interesting to the one person at least, and that's the person putting it together. Okay. But yeah, man, I'm very excited, and it's one of those, like, I'm excited, I'm ready, and it's so far. January is either going to be the quickest or the slowest month possible. Also, I apologize for the main camera shaking. I'm leaning on the table where it is connected, so I apologize for the wobble. I looked into a better solution for this, to have just like a straight up, you know, like a straight up boom arm that then went out. But it was a set length, so I would have to figure out maybe even having like a second table to have that attached to, so it's the camera sitting straight over it, so it's not, you know, because setting this up is kind of a pain. Okay. So yeah, like I said, if anyone's watching and knows things to do in Portland that are like, hey, you're going to be in Portland for 5 days, you have to do this, that are not Voodoo Donut, hit me up on socials, hit me up on Discord. I would definitely at least like some ideas, because so far we've kind of looked into it a little bit, but not a lot. As far as like things to do, it's definitely we need to figure out what we're actually doing there, and not just going and then we just kind of hang out and wander for 5 days. I know I'd like to get to Seattle, but it's one of those, it's a day commitment, because Seattle's 3 hours away. You know, it would be cool to see Seattle. It would be cool to get to visit, but it's a time commitment, so I don't know if that's going to happen. You know, I'd love to see one of the like Pink Gorilla Games stores. It'd be cool to also see Seattle. We talked for a bit. There's a Defy Pro Wrestling show in town, like that weekend. It's actually on Joe's birthday, but like that's why we're going. We're going for Joe's birthday. It's one of those, I don't want to take Joe's birthday to go watch wrestling unless she really wants to go watch wrestling. So, and I think the drive back is the thing that's going to keep that from happening, just because it's one thing for us to drive 3 hours to get to Seattle. It's this other beast to drive 3 hours back. I kind of like how it's getting the curves of this car, because, you know, hypercars, you know, a lot of work goes in the aerodynamics of them. And it splashed all over myself. One problem with the protein shaker type cup, sometimes it just splashes. But yeah, like the way it's actually curving into the car, and I love these models. I love the Speed Champion line, because they do such a good job at minifigure scale of recreating these vehicles. I adore these sets. That's obviously that's why I have so many of them. For some reason I knew the song was coming. It's just like I could feel this was the next song. But part of that's because I've used this playlist for so long. All right, and it is sticker time. 12, 14, and 7. 14 is this triangle piece to give us a little bit of a yellow stripe along the bottom. If you're curious, thank you, Lemon. If you're curious, the music all comes from Dice Maker's Norse Foundry, available on whatever streaming platform you happen to use. I used to use Spotify, and then basically I realized that I have YouTube, which does... I'm sure there are benefits to Spotify, but honestly, YouTube Music has given me the exact same stuff I need. I need it for. If I need podcasts, I'm sure I can get them there, or push comes to shove, I can use a podcast app, like Apple's podcast app. I'm trying to get the strip as straight as I can. Not coming. It's coming off. Dang it. And I don't want. I'm the worst with these stickers. I'm just the worst with these stickers. But so, you know, it's on YouTube as well. It's all royalty free. I don't have a cool deal like Stumped. I genuinely thought about getting Epidemic. I genuinely thought about getting Epidemic at one point, but it's like I don't stream enough to justify getting this. Because I've very much like hiatus in the not hiatus, but I stream when I want. I stream when I feel like it. But because I only stream when I feel like it, I feel like I'm not streaming enough to spend $15 specifically on a music license, especially if it's something I couldn't like. If I could also have the rights to that music on Game Days and like share that license with Game Days, so we had a bunch of music like that, I would be more tempted. Or if I had a job, you know, it's one of those things where, you know, if I had more income or something, I'd even look into it for Game Days and then like let people know like, hey, pull your music from this source. It is all royalty free because I am paying for it. Jean, hello. So this is all Norse Foundry music, but I've listened to this stream music so much that I'm starting to be like, oh yeah, this is coming up next. As I mean, it's on shuffle. Give myself a little variety, but I've heard it all so many times. Although hilariously, I didn't start using this until like mid-year. I want to say it was like June, July, where it was like, oh, that's not even the right piece. That's a black piece. It should be a green piece. There we go. The little prize has come in handy more times than I thought it would today. Telling you, this is the best Lego piece you can get. The most handy Lego piece you can get is that pry bar. I'm missing a triangle. Right? Yeah. There's a triangle I can't seem to locate right now. Oh, here it is. It was hiding under another piece. Yeah, I would totally, you know, if I had more income, I would totally spend the money to get Game Days that same license. So we could just use that music for our streams. Because it does seem very handy and it's good music. And you know, you see there are a bunch of YouTubers out there who you see that use Epidemic. Like Chef Joshua Weissman definitely uses it. I've noticed hello, frame rate, hello. I've noticed professional wrestler Ethan Page on his toy vlogs, same music. It's just Brian Lagerstrom, another YouTube chef, same music. It kills me every time I hear that, and it's like, stumped? But at the same time, you know, $15 a month for you know, for royalty-free music, essentially. So graphic novels, nice. Do you have any in mind? Because I could throw some of my personal recommendations out there, but it also depends on what you're looking for. If you're interested in my recommendations, let me know. I could always, after this, BRB and grab some of my favorites. Oh, shit, that reminds me. Batman Year One and Hellblazer Marks of Woe. Okay. Not super familiar with those, but I don't have a lot of superhero ones. I think Dark Knight Returns, Killing Joke, I think are about the only Batman ones I have. Long Halloween, I think I have as well. Some of the classics, I have Watchmen. A lot of the ones I have are different. It's gotten to other comics as far as like comics go, and it reminds me, pardon me, that I still need to pick up the newest trade, because I'm pretty sure it's already out, for Saga, which I highly recommend, but also, asterisk, it's pretty graphic. The violence can be graphic, but also, like, it opens with childbirth, like, it's... I mean, it's from Image, and it does not shy away from being graphic at all. But the story is fucking incredible, and I recommend it to anyone who's interested in that kind of thing. If you want something a little less graphic, I would also say Paper Girls, which I imagine you probably can get Paper Girls as a whole book at this point, or just get it as 6 trades. Again, I highly recommend. That one is a completed story. I know that they released an Amazon show, but they also only released it for a season, and it's already been canceled. So I cannot personally speak to the quality of the Amazon show, because I forgot to watch it, which means I'm partly to blame for being canceled. At least I feel partly to blame for being canceled, because I forgot to watch it. But highly recommend Paper Girls. I enjoyed the Scott Pilgrim books, personally. I really enjoy the books. I think the books are better than the movie. The movie is fine, and like, it's a really good Edgar Wright film, but little things after reading the books annoyed me about the movie. I think part of the problem there was that the book wasn't actually done. The last book wasn't actually done yet. Oh yeah, totally. It is an Image comic in every way. I don't think Paper Girls is as bad. I don't remember anything super violent in Paper Girls, at least not to like the same degree. It's been a hot minute since I've read it, but Saga is a story of a girl whose parents are lovers on opposite sides of a war. And I can't remember the names of the planets. And actually, the Funkos live behind me, although those are probably going to move soon. You know, it's like a planet and a moon. I'm pretty sure Image is Spawn. Image is also Walking Dead. Right? Yeah, Image, I'm pretty sure it's also Walking Dead. But they are, you know, lovers from opposite sides of a war who have a kid together, and it's like, I'm pretty sure people on the planet have wings and people on the moon have horns, and when she's born she has both. And so it's, you know, them trying to like avoid the war while simultaneously cool, yeah, you know, trying to live their lives. And you know, it's a strange slice of life, but it's a really good slice of life. All right, so this is the front splitter. There it is. Attached. And a little bit to keep that line going. Curious. Okay. Yeah, this is going to finish real quick. And I have other things to do, but I'm going to at least stop the recording for YouTube because, you know, the YouTube recording is just for Lego. You could be right. I can't remember. I can't remember if they're Dark Horse, if they're Image. If I have it wrong, I have it wrong, and I apologize. Okay. Someone wants to check. I'm not going to be mad. But yeah, highly recommend Saga. Paper Girls is about a group of girls who deliver papers who wind up finding a time capsule. It is Image, okay. They wind up finding a time capsule that launches them into a time hopping war between an older generation and a younger generation, and it's really good. But it is at least as far as like trade paperbacks go, it is a six episode arc essentially. It is a full story. I know Saga is like half done. I only have trades 1 through 9, so whatever happened after the 9th trade paperback, and there's a major spoiler I'm not going to say. Don't say that in chat. Don't say what the spoiler is in chat, even if it's, no matter how it affected you, if you know what I'm talking about, don't talk about it in chat, please. For people who have not seen Saga, don't talk about it. Please, I will ban without remorse if people put the spoiler for the latest thing that happened or anything that happened after that in chat. I'm serious. Like, is this text? What do you want? Oh, yeah, word. Sorry. Alert about my Xbox. I do the Xbox Series X payment plan thing. That was just a quick text about that. Okay. This kind of feels like we're done. It kind of feels like all I'm going to do is put on the hood and well, I've still got 2 more stickers to go. So I've got 2 more stickers. I've got the windshield and then tires. The second bag went really fast. I feel like it took us 50 minutes to get here and then like 10 minutes to finish this bag. Did I miss? Oh, I did miss because these stickers go on this piece. Got it. Yep. Okay. Yeah, the tool, the aqua tool actually came with the bonsai tree, which tells me that the other Lego I have might also come with aqua ones. I'm curious to see. Okay, and this goes onto this piece here. Somehow. Hello. Oh, I have this whole assembly one step back. It should be here. Yeah, so this whole thing is one piece. It attaches here somehow. I know, I saw it, phone. Thank you. Oh. Okay. Where's this go? Okay, a random piece fell off that I don't know where it went. Oh, actually, I think this was here. Oh, wait, no. This was the... Stop. This was there. Dang it. Dang. This last little bit doesn't want to attach right, so let's do this way. G back in. I mean, because if I could just pry this out real quick. There we go. Sorry, just trying to get this all together because it's being frustrating. Hook you back in. We're there. All right, I'll reattach you after. Let's get you in your spot. Is it supposed to be super open like this, I wonder? The front end is supposed to be very open. Yeah, fairly open. Okay. Just making sure I'm doing things right. Dang. Nope, it's all splitters falling apart. Also, if you read Scott Pilgrim and you want more, I would also recommend Seconds, which is about it's about a chef. Oh, you know what? I'm figuring out. Hold on. This needs to be here, but this is here. So those are a little more even. And then this goes here, and that rests there. This goes this way. This goes on here. Okay. It makes sense why that wasn't working now. And there is, I believe, intended to be some panel gap there, it looks like. There is. It's probably like scoops or something. Okay, yeah. Sorry, that front end took me some time because I had pieces in the wrong place. Seconds is about whoa, goodness. 5 subs from an anonymous donator. Goodness. So, Woody Man, Lemon Square, Sharky Enna, it's on the website, and Jean. Thank you so much for those anonymous donations. I'm trying to find my own emotes here. You get access to a bunch of fun emotes. I think some of those are follower emotes, but you know, access to like all those. Some of those are probably follower emotes, but also means that whenever emotes of mine were follower emotes, you get to use everywhere else too. That was a strange thing. Or they made it so you couldn't actually use your follower emotes elsewhere. That was a choice. Sorry, so there's our roof, or our windscreen. And then we just need to put on wheels. And we're done. After what? Hour 13? Not bad, not bad. Not the longest build we've made, and now we have our nice, sleek Lotus Evija. I'm sure I will take some higher quality pictures. I will put them up. I have a thread in the Discord for all of these car builds specifically. You know, my garage, essentially. Easy. The stickers are not perfect, and that's fine. No, one more touch. Thank you so much for those 5 subs. That was not expecting. Appreciate you. So yeah, now we have a driver in there as well. You can kind of see. Not the easiest to see, but you can kind of see, only because there's a stripe that goes like through the middle of the windshield for some reason. So yeah, there we go. There's our fancy Lego car. This will be going up on YouTube as soon as I can. Which probably means tomorrow, because I think we have to wait 24 hours, if I remember right. And last thing is just your thing about inventory. And also we can win if you give them feedback. This is a good model. I got a little confused. But this is good. This is a good build. I always love the Speed Champion builds. Doing a sub-only stream? Yeah. Yeah, I mean, it's an option, especially if it's like, if you want to do it as a sub reward. Also, I've talked about this before, but I take all my spare parts for all the models. I put the little instruction booklet in because I know I have a box full of ones that I'm pretty sure I've lost the manual to. I put all the spare parts in as well. That way, if something happens or I want to like change the wheels, or if I ever want to rebuild this, I know where all the parts are. Not including this, though. That will go back where it lives. So, we're hanging out on YouTube. I'm going to give you a preview real quick. I just have to grab them. Maybe. I might be stuck. Kind of stuck. It's my headset is stuck on things. What is happening over here? Somehow I've made a complete nest out of headphone cords and, you know, background lighting. And at one point my Xbox light was all screwed up. Anyway. So next Friday, I haven't decided which one of these I'm doing first yet. It will depend on how I'm feeling that day, as I kind of want to do the other one first. Now, next Friday might be different. All right. Also, I can flip these. The Lego Orchid. We have two more. We have another Botanicals to put together. It's another Christmas present I got, and one more Botanicals. Lego Succulents. Both of these are getting put together. I'm going to do them on Fridays. So I guess it'd be the 6th and then the 12th, 13th. 6th and the 13th, if I have those days right. But will be when we stream them and put them together. And then, of course, the Lotus that we just put together. Irony that this is called a Lotus. That was not in plans. It was just, of the sets that are currently out, that was the one I wanted next. Also, I really want... The next car I want is... I've seen they're doing a Fast and Furious Nissan GTR, like Brian's... I think it's a GTR or it's a Skyline? It's a Skyline, I think. I want that car. Anyway, if you're watching this on YouTube, thank you so much for tuning in to check out another Lego build. You know, make sure to click on my channel, click the you know, like, comment, subscribe, all that fun stuff. I have a bunch more of these Lego builds. I also have some gameplay VODs. But until then, y'all, thanks for tuning in.